Yeah. So what we will discuss today, we will discuss about the user administration. So user administration means, so how many users are there, guys?
Two users.
Two users.
Super
User.
user, normal user.
Very good. So how many users are there? Super user and the normal user, right? One second. Yeah, guys. So how many types of users are there? Two types of users. So what are those? Admin
Profile
user,
user. YouTube.
admin user, normal user. Who is the admin user, guys?
Root users.
Yeah. So root user is the admin user. Who is the root user, guys? So root user is the admin user. So what is the root user's home directory, guys? So in the Linux file system hierarchy, right? So what is the home directory of the root user? So you logged in as a root user, right?
Root.
Right? You log
Yes.
So logged in as a root user and password is something like Red Hat. So once you logged into the server, so if you execute the pwd command, so what it shows, guys, it shows root, right? In the file system hierarchy also, /root is the root user's home directory. What is that, guys? /root is the root user's home directory. So what is the normal user's home directory? If you create a
Home.
normal user, for example, Satreddy, Hari, Guravaya, Guravaya, no? Guravaya, Gautami, Varshit. So some people. So these all are the normal users, guys. So normal users home directory is /home and Sathireddy /home and /home and Hari is the home directory for the normal user. /home Guravaya, right? So Guravaya something like and etc. So these all are the normal users home directory. Normal users home directory. Guys, forgot? Are you practicing or not? Linux file system hierarchy. What is that, guys? So Linux file system hierarchy. In the Linux file system hierarchy. Hmm, one second, guys. That is the watermark snippet snipping tool. So this is the tool, guys. Yeah, guys. Now tell me. Are you able to see, right? Yeah. So what is the, or else I will show you here. Yeah. Now you're able to see, right? So what is the home directory for the, so normal users? Normal users home directory is /home /home Sathireddy Hari Guravaya created, right? So what is the root users home directory? Root users home directory is /root. So what is the home directory, guys? /users home directory is, yeah, /users normal user home directory is /home. So root users home directory is /home, right, guys? Guys, understood? Yeah. So root user and normal users. Normal users. So how many users created in the Linux environment? How many users, guys, we can create? So how many users? So we can create 60,000 users. How many users, guys? How many users we can
60,000.
create? 60,000 users. So we can create in the Linux mission. So Linux mission. So root users. So root user 60,000 users, right? So the UID is nothing but a user ID, UID. So what is UID, guys? User ID. So what is the UID of a root? UID of the root is 0. So what is the UID of the root? So root is 0. So under system related users. So system related users will create from 0 to 999. It's related to system related users. So the system, right? So the system is uses 0 to 999 users. So from 1000, what is that, guys? From 1000 onwards. So what is that UID? What is this 1000? So UID. UID. So the normal user UID starts from 1000. For example, Satreddy. We created a Satreddy, right? 1000. So Hari 1001. So Goravaya 1002. Right? The UIDs of the user IDs. Once you created the user, it will create the home directory and the UID. It will create the home directory and the UID also. The system related users. For example, um, the services called as a, for example, FTP. I will show you. Once it is started, we'll show you guys. Putty. So what is the IP address, guys? 192.168.56.192.168.56.103. 103. So appearance, change, bold, 16 or 18, apply. What is this, guys? Session, open, user as a root, password is a red hat. Yeah, guys. So you logged in as a root user. So what is the home directory for the root user /root? Home directory for the /root. So what is the, so what is the home directory for the, so what is the home directory for the root? So what is the ID root? So what is the ID of the root? So the root ID is UID is 0, GID is 0, and groups equal to 0. I will tell you this, guys. Okay. So what is the UID? Root UID 0 is the root UID. So what is the root UID, guys? Cat. So I will show you. So cat /etc cat/etc passwd. So all the users information will be located under this file, passwd file. This is the past. You think something like this is the password. Password information will be available under this file, but this is the user information. Passwd is the user information. For example, guys, root user. So what is the UID, guys? 0, bin 1, daemon 2, IDM 4, LP 4, sync 5, shutdown 6. Halt 7, mail 8, games 12, FTP 50, nobody 99, so dbus 81, falkitted, so 999, 74, right? So all system related users UIDs from 0 to 999. So from 1000 onwards, the normal users UID starts. The normal UID starts from 1000 onwards. Guys, understood? So 1000 onwards. What this is bin bash, what it is, I will tell you, no worries. Okay. So this is the password information. Guys, now you understood? It starts from 1000 onwards. Now you got it. So now you got it. So what is the file system hierarchy? So every directory having some purpose. So root is, so the what is the slash root? Slash root is the home directory for the root user. Slash home is the home directory for the normal users. So normal users can execute only bin commands, right? Means so normal user having some certain limit of permissions, but root user can execute bin and guys,
Yes,
bin and
bin.
yes bin,
Yes, bin.
right? So bin and yes bin. So these are the two directories. These two right directories contains the commands. So these two directory having some purpose, right? Some purpose. Guys,
Sir,
understood? Yeah.
we log in as a root user, so we will have the permission to do
Hmm.
both bin and sbin.
Yes. Yes. So I already told you, right, guys? So super user. So yes bin is nothing but a super bin. Super bin can commands only executed by the super user. Who is the super user? Root user. So bin commands can execute both root user and a normal user because of a normal commands. So that's the reason normal user having certain limit of permissions, root user having all the permissions. That's the reason we are connecting, we are logging every day as a root user. We're logging as a root user in the real time. First you need to log into the, you need to
Log in
log
as
into
normal
the,
user.
yeah, normal user. Then you can switch, you can switch to the switch to the switch to the root user. How you can switch from normal user to root user? By using the sudo su hyphen. Sudo su hyphen is nothing but a super user do. Super user is do, switch user, su is nothing but a switch user. So if you want to switch from root user to normal user, su hari, or else su satireddy. So Satyareddy. So means switch user. So means switch user. So if you are switching from a normal user, so normal user to root user, so you can use sudo su. You can use the sudo su command. I will tell you guys. I will tell you, no worries. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So this is nothing but a user. So user information. Yeah. Will tell you file save as 360 degrees. Today is day 8th, right? Guys, today 7th or day 8th? Day 8th, right? User administration. Okay. Yeah, guys. So user administration. All the users UID. What is UID, guys? UID is nothing but a UID is nothing but a user ID. GID is nothing but a group ID. Starts so from 1000 by default. Guys, understood? So by default 1000 UID comma GID. So we can create 60,000. So we can create up to 60,000. Voice breaking. Now are you able to hear, guys?
Yes,
Audible,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So we can create 60,000 users, UIDs and GIDs. 0 to 999. 0 to 999 is a system related system itself. System itself uses 0 to, so 0 to 999. So 0 is the root user UID. What is that, guys? 0 is the root user UID. So for a user account, for a user account primary group. So primary group is mandatory. So primary group is mandatory. I will tell you guys what is primary group, what is secondary group. So for a user account, primary group is mandatory. If you not assigned, to any group, if you not assigned to any group, user himself behaves as a group. User himself behaves as a group. So if you are not specifying to any primary group, user itself create as a group. For example, Hari. So Hari will not assign to any primary group. So any primary group. For example, what is a group, guys? Right? Mm, how you can create a group? You can use the group add command. What is the command, guys? Group add command to create the group. To create a to create a system group. To create a system group for a user, it may be a primary, or a secondary group. It may be a primary or secondary group, and all groups information is available in. So all the groups information will be available under the /etc. So available in /etc group. Available in /etc/group. All the information will be available under the /etc group. How you can create a group? Group add group name. For example, group add small g gid. So what is that? Group ID. You can specify by using the options. Small g is nothing but to specify the gid. So gid group name. So this is also you can use. So only we can use group add group name, or group add group gid group name. So for example, examples of the group. So what is a group, guys? Group add something like a Linux engineers, or for example, group add -g. I'm giving a fancy number 20202 DevOps user engineer engineer, or you can use group add cloud engineer. What is this, guys? Cloud engineer. So cloud engineer, guys. For example, Linux engineer, cloud engineer. This is the group. So a group contains the number of people, right? So for example, this is the group. For example, this is the group. So what is this group? This group contains a uh, cloud engineer group. So this group contains the Satyareddy, Hari, Guravaya, Gautami, and Vakshit. So whatever the permissions we are providing this group, all the permissions will reflect to these normal users. Whatever the permissions we provide to this group. So what in this group, how many people are there? That people will have the same permissions, whatever the permissions we provided to the cloud engineer, right? So we will not give the individual permissions. We will give the permission to the group. That group, whatever the people are there in that group, that people also having the same permissions. Guys, understood? Yeah. So yes. So now you understood, right? Something like what is that, guys? Where the /etc. So more /etc group is the information. The information, all the groups information available under the /group group. Guys, understood? So fields in the, what are the fields are there in the group? So what are the fields are there in the group, guys? Cat /etc group. What is that? What is the file will be available under the slash group. So these all are the groups, guys. For example, Hari. For example, so this is right. So this is Hari. So Hari. So Hari, GID, X, and the secondary group members. So we will provide. So what is that? Secondary group members. So what is that, guys? We will provide the secondary group members. Secondary group members. So how you can create the? So how you can create? You can create the group add Linux engineers. Group adds. Group add Linux engineer. Group add. We will provide the specified GID to the particular group. So 2022 the DevOps user, and so group add cloud engineers. What is this, guys? Group add a cloud engineers. Guys, understood? So the information will be available under the slash etc group. You see, guys, or else I will pipe grep. So what is that, guys? Cloud engineer. Cloud engineer. So what is this, guys? So this is a so this is the group name. So this is the GID, and the so this is the password. The password for the this is the password and the secondary group number. This is the fields in the group, guys. This is the fields in the group. Understood? Now group, how to create the group? Very good. So how to create the group? Now understood. So how to create the user? Now we will discuss about the how to create a user. How to create a user. How to create a normal user. How to create the a normal user. How to create, guys? How to create a normal user? By using the user add. By using the user add command. Guys, understood? So user, what is the command? User add. So user add options. So user add is to create a new user account. How you can create the new user account? By using the user add command. By using the user add command. So in the Linux system, what you can do? User add. The command is user add, and the options. What is this, guys? Options. Options and username. What is this, guys? User name. So what are the options, guys? Options are -u is nothing but a UID. You can specify a particular UID, or you can specify the small g is nothing but a primary group. So primary group, capital G is nothing but a secondary group. Secondary group, and hyphen D. What is that, guys? Hyphen D is nothing but a home directory. Hyphen D is nothing but a home directory. Hyphen C is nothing but a comment. We can give the comment. So and hyphen S is nothing but a hyphen S is nothing but a shell, guys. Hyphen S is nothing but a shell. Now you understood, guys? Yeah. So I want to create a user. So we'll show you. So whenever you create a user, create a user, the user details are going to are going to store under /etc passwd. So where the user information will be available? The user information will be available under the cat/etc passwd. So whenever you create the user, the user whenever you create a user, the user details are going to store under the /etc passwd a database file. The user the this is the user information. This is the user information. Next, password. The passwords are going to store under the database file under users passwords. Passwords are going to store under the /etc shadow. What is the file, guys? Shadow file. So what is the file, guys? Shadow file. Guys, now you understood? So the passwords are stored under the shadow file cat/etc shadow. What is this, guys? So this is the password information. For example, Hari is the user. So Hari user password information will be stored under /etc shadow. This password is a encrypted password. This password is encrypted password. For example, I put the red hat is the password, but the password is in encrypted format. The store under the encrypted format. Encrypted format. Guys, understood? Yeah, now you understood. So where the user information will be available, where the password information will be available, where the groups information will be available. Now you understood. The groups information will be available under the /etc group. The user's information will be available under the /etc password, and the password information will be available under the /etc shadow. /etc shadow. Guys, understood? Guys, understood? Yeah. So last time I told you, right, guys, shell. So what is a shell, guys? So what is this? So this is usually so shell. So we want to give a shell. So we want to give the a shell. So what is a shell? Shell is used to is used to interact with the system. So you can, how you can interact with the system, guys? You can interact with the system through shell. What this is, guys? This is a shell. So what this shell, echo dollar shell. So which shell we are using? Bin bash shell. So which shell we are using? So bin bash shell. Bin bash shell. Right, guys? So for example, you see cat/etc passwd. You see, guys? So a root having the bin bash. Yeah. So bin bash is nothing but a able to access the bin bash. So something like bin user having the sbin no login, and daemon user having the sbin no login, ADM user is has been no login, LP user is has been no login, and the has been no login and bin bash. So what is the difference between bin bash and has been no login? So bin bash, so if user having the bin bash, then only you can able to log into that server. So you can able to log into that server because of it is a bash. Bash is nothing but a shell. So how you can interact with this OS? We can interact with the OS through the bash only. So has been no login means, so there is how so if you assign a has been no login, you are unable to access the server. You are unable to access the server. So shell is used to interact the system to know how how many shells are available. How many shells are available? So you can use the /etc shells. The command is /etc shells. So you will understood the cat/etc shells. So how many shells are? Bin sh, bin bash. So user bin sh, user bin bash. So bash is nothing but a born again shell. So what is that, guys? Bash is nothing but a born again shell. So bin bash. So cat, for example. So bin bash. So bin bash. So bin bash is a default shell for the all Linux and Unix systems. So all Linux and Unix systems. So then, so what is this, guys? So this is a cat/atc passwd. So what this is, guys? This is has been no login. So what this is, guys? Has been no login. So by default, if you use something like just to user add hurry. So just I created the user add hurry. So by default I got the bin bash. By default I got the bin bash, right? Has been no login is a special cell which which gives no interaction with the system. Generally all service user accounts. So what are the service user accounts, guys? 0 to 999 is the system related users. So system related users. So 0 to 999 is the system itself uses. So all the system related users are having the has been no login. We already showed, right? So all the system related users, shutdown 999 has been no login. You see, all the system related users are having the, and generally all the system user accounts are having the has been no login. So all the users are assigned with the no login shells. Generally all service user accounts are assigned assigned, so assigned with no login, sorry guys, no login shells. Guys, understood? So no login shells. All the system related users are having the no login shells. No login shells. Guys, understood? Yeah.
Sir, once
So
again tell the purpose of no login.
sorry, no login.
Once
The
again tell the
purpose is
purpose of
system
having
related. Some of
logon
the,
login.
yeah, no login, no login. So no login is a system related user, something like these users no need to interact with the these users. What are the users? Operator, a mail, halt to shut down. These users are, so users are just running the services. So these system related users don't want the interaction with the system. So it already these are the system related users. These all are the system related users. So they having the no login user. Okay.
So they don't need to interact with the server. So that's very
They
good.
don't need to interact with the system. So who needs so normal users need to interact
Normal
with the
users,
system. Yeah. So for installing or configuring, adding adding the directories, creating the directories, copying the files, we need a interaction. But system related users no
for
need to
that
interact with it.
bash
Yes.
shell is there.
Yes, bash. So if you want to,
Understood.
interact with the system, definitely we need a bin bash prompt by default. So by default, every user having the a bin bash. If
Bin
you want to
bash.
specify a specific bash prompt by using the shell, option. What is this, guys? By using the shell option. Understood? So by using the shell
Yes,
option,
sir.
we can create the SBIN no login. Okay. So to assign a password for the user account, what is that, guys? To assign a password for the user account. So how you can assign a password, guys? Yeah, you know how to create the user, but how to assign a password? How to assign a password for the user account? So what is the command, guys? The command is to assign a password for the user account. So how you can, yeah, to assign a password for the user account. So what is the command, guys? Pass wd, not password, pass wd. So pass wd user name, pass wd user name. Guys, 1 second.
So voice not audible.
Guys, once. Yeah, guys. Pass wd, not a password. What is that, guys? Pass wd username. So for example, what is the example, guys? Hari. What is that? Pass wd, pass wd Hari. I want to set the password for the Hari. So Hari password, how you can set? So by using this command. So this is the syntax. This is the example. So this is the example. Password also having the options. Pass wd options, pass wd options, username, pass wd options, username. So what are the options, guys? Hyphen l, lock the password. Guys, in the real time, so if you joined as a company, if you joined in the one company, they gave the laptop, Windows laptop, and so how you are connecting? You are connecting user as a AD. So Active Directory authentication. Guys, remember this one. Okay. So what is that user? So AD user. What is that user? AD user. So AD user is nothing but a Active Directory user. Active. So directory. So Active Directory user. This is not a normal user. This is the Active Directory user. So who will handle? System engineer or a desktop engineer will handle the Active Directory user. So you will create the user in the Active Directory. You will not create the user in the your local PC. You can directly connect the user through this Active Directory. So and they will set the password reset, password password reset every 90 days or 100 days. 100 days, guys. So every 100 days you need to set 100 days or 90 days you need to reset your password. You need to reset your password. So for that so they it will shows the warnings. So warnings means something like before 7 days. 100 days means before 7 days from 93 days onwards. From 93 days onwards, onwards. So every day when you are logging, right? Every day it shows, it displays, it displays your password. Your password will expire on 7 days, 6 days, tomorrow 6 days. 5 days, 4 days, 3 days. If you are not reset, so it will show every day, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day, 0. So your account will be locked. Your account will be locked because of you are not set the your password, new password, or else you entered the wrong password 3 or 4 times. You entered the wrong passwords for your user account, so it will lock the password. Who will unlock the password, guys? So who will unlock the passwords? So system
System
administrator,
engineers.
system
System admin.
engineer will unlock the password, or a desktop engineer will unlock the password. Guys, understood? System engineer, yeah, system engineer will unlock the password. So system engineer will unlock the password, right? So password options having the lock the password. Hyphen u is nothing but a unlock, unlock the password. So unlock the password. -E is nothing but a delete the password. -D is nothing but a delete the password. So something like a passwordless login. So passwordless login purpose, they delete the password. -S is nothing but a status. What is that, guys? Status of the password. These are the options of the passwords. These are the options of the passwords. Guys, understood? Yeah. So example, guys. From here, you examples. So user add user one. So user add user one. So for example, user add user one. So just we are creating the, so without options we are creating the user, right? So without options, so we are creating the, so we are creating the user, right? So you can create, so user, so you can create either this way, or you can create user add with options. So user add with options or a user add. Okay. So user add user one, right? I just created the user. Let's see if the user is created or not. Where we need to check, we need to check the information, user's information will be available under the /etc password, and we need to grep the, we don't want to see the entire file. So we want to grep just user one. We want to grep just user one. Yeah, it displays. User one is created with the 1001 UID and 2022 GID, and home slash user one is the CD slash home, right? User one, who is created, guys? User created. The user created, the user directory, home directory will create under the slash home. User directory also created, right? So what is the password? This is the bin bash. Yeah, user is able to access the server. So if we set as a no login, so user unable to access the server. We'll show you that one also. Okay. So user add. So user created, right? User add. So user add -u. So we will give the fancy number to the UID. User add -u for UID. User 2. I'm creating the user 2. So by default, it is showing something like 1000, 1001, 1002. User 2, we need 1002, but you set the password, fancy password, something like whatever the password you set it by using the -u option. So again, you check the user 2 info in the class. Yeah. So user 2 is created. The UID is created 1010. Whatever you set, UID you set as a 1010, and the home directory is user 2 bin bash. Home directory is user 2 and bin bash created. Right. So user add hyphen small g is nothing but a primary group. So we are assigning a primary group to Linux engineer. So Linux engineer primary group to the user 3. User 3. Linux engineer is not available. cat/etc group pipe grep -i Linux 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 engineers. Yeah, sorry guys. So what is that? Linux engineers. Yeah. So we assigned a primary group is the Linux engineers. So what is the Linux engineers GID? So the Linux engineers GID you see. So ID user 3. So what is the UID created? 1011, because of you set as a 1010, right? After that you create the 1011, and 1001 is the GID, because of you set as a primary group as a Linux engineers. So groups Linux engineers, right? Right. So then you can set as a, can set the user add hyphen capital G as a DevOps DevOps engineer DevOps engineer, and so for example, you create as a secondary group as a DevOps engineer. let's id user 4. You see, so you id user 4 we set as a secondary group as a the secondary group as a DevOps engineer. Secondary group, this is the primary group, so this is the a secondary group. This is the secondary group. You need to set both the secondary group and for example user 5. User 5 you set the primary group and secondary group. Primary group is Linux engineers. Linux engineers. So you set as a primary group as a Linux engineers, secondary group as a DevOps engineers. ID user 5. Yeah, you see. So user created with the 1013 and GID is 1001 Linux engineer. The primary you see guys. The secondary group is DevOps engineer. The secondary group is a DevOps engineer. Guys, understood? Yeah. I want to create a SBIN no login. User add -s slash SBIN no login. So SBIN no login means he is unable to add user 6. For example, user 6. So yeah. So user 6 cat slash etc passwd pipe grep -i user 6. Yeah, you see guys. So user 6 having the SBIN no login. User 5 and 5 4. So these are having the bin bash. Bin bash means he is able to access, but user 6 is unable to access. User 6 is unable to access. User add -c is nothing but a comment. We need to put the comment for the FTP user. For example, FTP user -s bin no login. So user 7. So this user 7 having the comment and he is unable to access the server. He is unable to access the server. Guys, understood? Understood? Yeah. I will set the password
Sir,
for
how to
one.
add a user to
How to add a
a particular user to a particular group? Means how to
particular
add the
user?
users to a particular
For
group.
example, so user 3 is related to Linux engineers. He added a particular group, right? This is the primary group. So user 3 is related to Linux group, Linux team. So we added to the Linux engineers group. So whatever the Linux engineers having the permissions, the user also getting the same permissions.
Understands.
Understand? Yeah. So now, so we'll set the password for the one user. We'll set the password for the one bin user and one SBIN no login user. So for example, passwd user 7. So user 7 we set as a SBIN no login, right? Passwd red hat, right? And user 5. So user 5 is a normal user, right? Normally we created. Or user 3 we created as a normal. So passwd user 3. So red hat, right? So duplicate session. I logged in as a user 3. User 3. What is the password, guys? Red hat. I set as a red hat. I'm able to access the user 3. But let's try with duplicate session. Login as a user 7. Password we set as a red hat. It's automatically closed because of user 7 having the bin bash. User 7 having the yeah. So user 7 and 6 having the sbin no login, user 3 having the bin bash. If you have a bash assigned to your user, then only we can connect to the user. If you assigned as a sbin no login, you are unable to connect to the users. You see, this is the comment, this is the home directory, this is the login. So login prompt bin bash is provided or not. This is the shell prompt. So what is this, guys? So this is for example. So fields in the /etc password. What is that, guys? So fields in the fields in /etc passwd. Fields in the /etc passwd. So what is the fields, guys? So for example, this is the field. So what is the field? So this is 1, this is 2, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7. So how many fields are there, guys? 7 fields are there. So the first field is, so field 1 is, so what is the field 1, guys? User name. User name. So it is used to, it is used when user logs in. The second one is password. What is that, guys? Password, an X character. An X character. An X character indicates. An X character indicates that encrypted password is stored under stored in /etc shadow. What is it, guys? Shadow file. Shadow file. So what is the third, guys? 3 is nothing but a user ID, means UID. What is that fourth, guys? GID, group ID. Group ID means GID. GID. Fifth is nothing but a use user info. User info means something like if it is a FTP user or something like, so user, that is a the comment field. It allow to the add extra information about the user, such as user's full name, phone number, whatever it may be, guys. The sixth one is nothing but a home directory. What is that, guys? Home directory for the user. Home directory for the user. So what is the home directory, guys? So for example, this is the home directory for the user. Example, so this is the home directory for the user. So what is the seventh one, guys? Seventh one is nothing but a shell prompt. What is not, guys? Shell prompt. Shell prompt. So you need to access the server, or so you don't need to access the server. Guys, understood? So that is nothing but a user prompt shell. So fields in the /etc shadow. What is that, guys? So fields in the /etc
Shadow.
shadow.
Okay.
Shadow, right? The fields are. So what are the fields, guys? Shadow means password, right? /etc shadow. So for example, so user 7, no login has been, right? User 3. For example, we can take the user 3, whatever it may be, guys. Both are same. So I will tell you, guys. So one is nothing but a user. The second is nothing but a password. The third is nothing but a, so third is nothing but a last password change. A fourth is nothing but a minimum, the minimum number of days password change. So this is fourth, guys. So fifth is nothing but a maximum number of the maximum number of password change, and the sixth is nothing but a warning. Sixth is nothing but a warning, and seven is nothing but a inactive, and 8 is nothing but a expire, guys. 8 is nothing but a expire. So I will add, guys. I will add it in the this. So no worries. Then I want to modify the user, guys. I want to, so I will add the same 7. I will add it 8. So later, right now you understood. So username, password, last password change, and minimum number of days and maximum number of days, then warning and inactive and expire. So right, some people are joining as a contract. So after 1 year, they joined as a contract as a 1 year. After 1 year, it automatically expire the password or something like 100 days, right? After 100 days completed, the user will be inactive state. Inactive, first warning, then inactive state. It will go to the inactive state. Next, user. So user mod, guys. So what is that, guys? User mod. So now you understood how to create the user. Now how we want to modify the shell prompt. I want to modify the UID, GID. So you can use by using the user mod. You want to modify the user. What is the command, guys? To modify the user, to modify a user account, to modify a user account, properties without deleting the user, account. So we can modify the user. So what is that, guys? User mod, user mod, user mod. So user mod options, you name user name. So user name, we have a options, guys. So what are the options, guys? So what are the options, guys? Options are -u. -u is nothing but a UID. You need to change the user ID. Option G. Option small g is nothing but a primary group ID. You need to change the primary group ID. Secondary group ID. Capital G is nothing but a secondary group ID. So yes, we can change the shell prompt also. -c, we can change the comment also. We can change the comment also. So we can change the directory also. -d is nothing but a directory also. Change the login name also. Right? I will add, guys. No worries. I will add. So add a user to multiple secondary groups. So we can modify the user mod capital G group name and -a user. So -a user. So we can modify multiple users. To remove a user from the secondary group, so we can use group G password -d username group name. So how you can delete the user? So how you can delete the user? User del. So what is that? User del, guys. How you can delete the user? User del. User del to delete the delete the user account. How you can delete the user account? User del, guys. So what is the passwords? What is the syntax, guys? User del options user name. What is that, guys? User name. So what are the options, guys? The options are -r. -r is nothing but a recursively. So recursively delete everything. Recursively delete everything. So -f is nothing but a -f is nothing but a delete forcefully. Delete forcefully ever if the account is logged in. If the account is logged in, it automatically deletes. So forcefully, it automatically delete or forcefully. For example, user del user1. So it automatically deletes the. So removes the user account. Removes the user account, but it won't. But it won't delete the. It won't delete his data. What is the data? So data will be created under the home directory. User1 home directory. What is the home directory of the user, guys? /home user1. It will not delete if you use the user del. So I want to delete everything. So how you can user del -rf. -rf is nothing but a recursively and forcefully delete everything. So recursively and forcefully delete, removes everything. So everything related to user one, right guys? So this is nothing but a user add, user mod, and user del. So user mod, user add, and user del guys. Del guys. So now you understood, right? The shadow is the password. Shadow is the password. Something like we want to change the age of the passwords. How we can change? Change command. So what is that, guys? Change command. Change the user password. User password expiry information. Expiry information, guys. Change CHA. Change options username. What are the options, guys? Option is hyphen D. Set date of the last password change. Password change. Hyphen D. Hyphen capital E is nothing but a set account expiration date. So hyphen I is nothing but a set the inactive after the password. Hyphen, sorry guys, hyphen I is nothing but a set password, password. So inactive after expiration, after expiration. So small l is nothing but a show account, account, account information. So account aging information. What is that, guys? Aging information. How many? So chase hyphen L username. So chase hyphen L username. Hyphen small m is nothing but a hyphen small m is nothing but a set a minimum number. Minimum number of password days. After capital M is nothing but a set a maximum number of days. Maximum number of days. So under capital W is nothing but a to set the expiration warning days. Guys understood? Set expiration, so warning days. So for example, guys, 2 minutes only. Chase hyphen L hurry. So what is the password information means? So aging information. Chase hyphen L option is aging information. The password show aging information. Right, guys? The aging information. So last password change, password expires, password inactive, account expires, maximum number, minimum number, and maximum number of warning days. So this is the by default, guys. So by default, it will get right. I want to change it to change small m means minimum number of days and hyphen m maximum number of days. So maximum number of days is equal to 60 and the warning is 5 days. I'm setting warning as a 5 days and hyphen I is nothing but a to set the password inactive days. So after 5 days it will inactive. The hurry user hurry. So nice. So chase hyphen L hurry. Now you see guys, everything will be changed. So the last password change. This is the last password change. Password expires on September 3, 2024. Password inactive on September 8, 2024. Account expires never. Maximum number of days between password change 3 days. Max between 60 days and the number of days warning 5 days. So this is the warning, guys. This is the warning. Guys, now you understood how to change the password? Passwd command. So passwd username. So passwd username, we can change the password. We want to change the password age by using the password age. So we can provide the options and the password username. So command chase. So command chase. Guys understood? So user add user cat /etc passwd. Yeah. So I want to delete the user 7 or I want to I want to delete the user user 3 user 3, right? User del user del user 3. So user 3 is currently used in by process. So I want to delete it. How you can delete it, guys? RF user 3. Yes. Yeah. Does not user del. Oh yeah, it's already deleted. So let's see cd/home. Yeah. So there is no user 3, right? The user 3, everything will be deleted. So user deleted by using user del user 5. Yeah, it's deleted, guys. But let's check the home directory is deleted or not. The home directory is not deleted. So if you use the user del -r, the username, it will delete everything. If you are not using -rf, it will not delete the user home directory, right? Yeah. So now you check cat /etc. Guys, this is the only one command /etc passwd pipe grep -i a user 7, right? I want to modify it to bin bash user mod. So user mod -s bin bash. I'm changing from sbin no login to bin bash user 7. So I changed the I changed the I changed the bin bash, right? Now let's check duplicate session user 7 red hat, right? Now you're able to access the user. So before we set as a sbin no login, we modified it to bin bash. Now we able to access the server. Guys understood? Guys understood?
Yes.
Able to access the server. User mod, user del, user add. Password, how to change the password? So to passwd. Passwd, we can reset the password, we can set the password, everything. Right, understood? Guys, this is nothing but a user administration. So tomorrow we'll start the file permissions. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll continue from tomorrow, guys. Thank you.